How about Mauricio Dubon sending this one to right field? Dubon! A multi-home run game! Mauricio Dubon, he might want to be interviewed by Julia. It's 12-5.
Doobie, do it.
Oh, man, that just gets me so excited for Sunday's ALCS opener. The Astros, the Texas Rangers. Hello and welcome aboard the Paul Gallant Show on this Friday. Gotta get down on Friday the 13th. Gasp of October 2023. I watched Friday the 13th for the first time last night. I gotta say, it's one of the worst movies I've ever seen. It is an unbelievably terrible movie that is a ripoff of not just Halloween, but Psycho, and makes little to no sense. And in a way, they do remind me of the Texas Rangers, a ripoff of a more successful organization, although they did it by spending a little bit more money. So, we got a lot of stuff to dive into on today's show. We will actually talk a little bit of Houston Texans because this game Sunday is intriguing. But for the most part, it is Astros, Rangers all show long. You want to weigh in on it, you can, right here on the most interactive sports talk show in Houston. If you've listened to me long enough, you know that I enjoy dumping on random parts of the country, some of which I've never even been to before, entirely because of sports. Sports give you an unnecessary reason to act as if specific regions, specific cities suck. And of course, this ALCS between the Astros and Rangers is going to heavily feature a city about 4 hours to the north of us on I-45. Dallas. Or as some say, Dallas. I have been in Texas for 10 of the last 12 years. Before I moved down here, I never really understood the distinction, the difference between Houston and Dallas. Anyone outside of the country will look at Dallas, outside of the state of Texas, will look at Dallas and Houston and be like, oh, it's two cities in Texas. What's really the difference here? But then I got down here and you obviously learn some of the dynamics. Dallas bothers me on a lot of fronts, but the one that I hate the most is this idea that it's some sort of glitzy and glamorous Los Angeles of the South. I will give it credit for one thing. I do believe that the women in Dallas are pretty nice. You know, there's a reason I can say Tiffany Gomez, terrorist, the girl that said that mother effer isn't real on that airline. I can say she's a Dallas 5. But the city loves the smell of its farts just a little bit too much. It's basically a larger Oklahoma City, right? Ugly, hot, boring, soulless, crowded, bland, and uninspired. Paul, you could say the same thing about Houston. Shut up! I'm not a fan of Dallas. And so with that in mind, and with the Astros about to take on the Texas Rangers, I'm going to give you a cheat sheet, all the ammunition that you could possibly use to be a sarcastic prick to Rangers fans that might talk a little bleep. So I'm just going to give you a couple of things here. Obviously, we go with the low-hanging fruit to begin. Dallas is the only city outside of Washington, D.C. where a president died. JFK, R.I.P. Shout out to Dallas for turning the Texas School Book Depository into a museum to honor JFK. It really makes up for the fact that a president got killed there and that the city, I don't know, aided in the cover-up. It was really easy to get to Lee Harvey Oswald for Jack Ruby, wasn't it, Dallas cops? People don't forget. Did you know that the city of Dallas was founded because the son of one of the founders, Lucky Sperm Club, was caught cheating while gambling, and he got shot. This was in 1856. Left without any recourse to enforce law and order, Dallas's founders figured it was time to draw up the city's articles of incorporation. While we're on crime, not only were Bonnie and Clyde born there, they were buried there. They actually buried these people. They're in a cemetery. Burn their bodies, right? If you're killing cops, if you're killing random people, if you're a celebrity murderer, shouldn't you be burned? Right? Like, shouldn't you not have the ability to be buried? But, yep. They met in West Dallas, were born in Dallas, Oklahoma, Texas, Louisiana, killing numerous civilians and at least 9 officers. They wanted a side-by-side burial. Imagine if they got it. This is how Dallas celebrity started. It was Bonnie and Clyde. It continued in the 70s and 80s with the TV show Dallas and, of course, the Dallas Cowboys' success. And, yeah, the president who got killed there. Want to hate on Dallas a little bit more? There was no civil rights movement in Dallas because there was this group called the Dallas Citizens Council. They kept it at bay by currying favor with an elite group of black ministers and establishing housing enclaves for the black middle class. Basically, by doing so, they stopped all protesting in its tracks. Dallas is where the term $30,000 millionaires originated. A good definition of this, which I found on Reddit, it's the overall living above one's means and exaggerating solely to impress friends and romantic interests and acquaintances. They brag. They're often out of the clubs, the hottest bars, repeating the same stories, bragging about themselves. This sounds a little too familiar. This sounds a little close to home. They place themselves in the same category as doctors and accomplished lawyers and CEOs and the wealthy, but they don't really have any money to show for it. I actually read way too much of this very long Dallas Observer piece on the $30,000 millionaire. Elusive, and some say mythical, the $30,000 millionaire is a creature of legend among the denizens of Dallas nightlife. Okay, big words, McGee. It's used frequently as a term of derision. $30,000 millionaires live above their means with the aids of multiple credit cards. What's wrong with that? Sympathetic family units, spending more money than they make on items such as leased luxury cars, designer clothing, and $14 drinks. Again, this hits a little close to home. Just a little bit, Sean. It's a little close to home. Am I a $30,000 millionaire? I guess with inflation, thanks, Biden, I'm like a $50,000 millionaire.
Yeah, this is the one where I feel like this is where Dallas wins you back a little.
Yeah,
You're like,
I kind of like
some too bad. Wow.
Whoa, hey, maybe I fit in. Anecdotal evidence gathered over 2.5 years of shopping, drinking, and partying in Dallas provided this writer with a basic sketch of the $30,000 millionaire. He's predominantly nocturnal. What's wrong with that? He is occasionally spotted during daylight hours in close proximity to brunch buffets and build-your-own Bloody Mary bars. What's wrong with that? More intelligent than many experts give him credit for. The $30,000 millionaire is highly social. What's wrong with that? Characterized by easily identifiable plumage. What's wrong with that? Wildly spiked, occasionally faux hawked, and usually frosted hair. Okay, I don't have that. Atop the head.
This was written when that was in.
Yeah, back in 2000 was like Ed Hardy.
Everything else has stood the test of time except for the hair.
It so has, Sean. Indeed, members of the species douchebagus are overwhelmingly male. Not a problem. They have no need to procreate, and in fact are averse to it. Damn.
Is it going to say somewhere that their options are limited or getting more limited?
It does not say that,
okay.
Sean, but it does make it seem as if the person I'm going for is rare. The rare female of the species is closely related to Homo sapiens gold diggus and can be recognized by her exorbitantly priced footwear and surgical enhancement in the chest and facial regions. This is before the butts, too.
Again, whatever. That's where you feel the age of this.
This is hurting me a little bit. If we're trying to get okay, we gotta focus on something else.
Next point.
We're trying to hate on Dallas because the Astros are playing the Rangers this weekend. It's a meh food scene. Houston's food scene, I think, is the best in the country, truly. But I feel like Dallas. What is it? Is it just like barbecue? I guess they have Tex-Mex, but it's probably not anywhere close to the same version as us. It's like Oklahoma Mex. It's a little, I know that there's probably a pretty heavy Hispanic population in Dallas, but I would imagine it's not quite as good as here. I believe online it was described as like Chipotle is the best food in Dallas. Damn. Or at least that's what they think is good food. It does seem to have the same traffic, the same road issues, a little less humidity maybe. Outside Magazine declared Dallas was the worst outdoor city in the country, thanks to its awesome combination of a lack of green spaces, bad air quality, and CO2 pollution. So there's that. I guess we're greener. You want to roast on Dallas some more? Can you believe this? There's not a lot of diversity in the radio. Now I don't know if that's true of Houston sports radio at all, because I don't see color, but Dallas doesn't have a lot of diversity in radio.
Disgusting.
Absolutely horrible. So, yeah, man, I feel like those are lots of reasons to hate on Dallas, and you can text them in 713-780-3776. You can call them in too. Twitch.tv/ESPN975 as well.
Paul, that was really good. Really, I can tell you put a lot of work into that.
I did.
Got a little personal with the Dallas Observer piece.
Yeah, I shouldn't have read that as long as I did.
No, I mean, it was impressive because it just kept describing you. Except for, where it said D-bags and stuff. You're a D-bag with a heart of gold.
Thank you.
Great research, hard work. The only problem is that the Texas Rangers play in Arlington, not Dallas.
Wait. So this was just a waste of time.
No, well, yes, but it was hard work.
Now, I didn't share the rundown with you until like 9:40.
Yeah,
so
I appreciate that.
Sorry. Damn. See, this is where teamwork helps.
Yeah,
Man,
the dream would have worked.
So hang on. A team that was owned by a future president can't afford a stadium inside the confines of the city.
Well, yeah, but
well, there's no but. I mean, that's honestly the biggest red flag.
It's like New York. There's not a lot of room in Dallas. It's such tight living quarters in Dallas.
It's literally just in the middle of the Great Plains. There's nothing around it. There's no water. There's no grass.
No, but
they don't have to cut down trees.
The architecture to live out the architectural dream that is Globe Life Field, that you only had to use the blank canvas that is Arlington to really get that. It looks like a closed Warner grill. You could only really get that. You could only really get that specific bland silver piece of garbage. You could only do that in Arlington.
Anyway, you want to roast Dallas?
We'll come back with the Arlington.
I suppose we have to. Yeah, I suppose we're gonna have to table that for like if the Texans ever play the Cowboys or if the Rockets play the Mavericks. We're gonna table that. If you have any roasting of Arlington, damn, like, what are we supposed to do? There's a Walmart next to Jerry World.
Loosely
very American.
Yeah, King Texas. Of the Hill is loosely based off that city.
Oh God. All right. Well, it's damn it. I just ruined Friday. It's the Paul Gallant Show. ESPN 97.5 and 92.5. Actually, guys, this ruined my Friday. There is something that the Texas Rangers are doing that honestly makes my blood boil. I can't believe that they stole this from me. Truly, it's bumming me out. It's been bumming me out all week. Guys, I'm really bummed out. For those who don't know, Creed is the only artist that I have multiple, I guess you don't call them albums, you call them CDs of. I have Human Clay and I have Weathered. I am not a very musically inclined person, but I loved Creed in the early 2000s. And who didn't? But, Sean, you got to pot the music down because we have to now embargo Creed. And I hope that the rest of the station and the rest of the city follows suit. We can no longer play Creed in the city of Houston until the conclusion of the ALCS. I found this out on Monday, and honestly, I was hoping very, very much that the Rangers would stop doing this act of war against me. The Rangers have been listening to Creed in the clubhouse to get hyped for games. According to pitcher Andrew Heaney, it started when they were struggling in the second half of the season this year. He said he hopes that Creed is playing throughout the ballpark before their home games this week. This was during the one game against the Baltimore Orioles, because it would fire the team up if fans started singing along. Well, here's the even worse part about this. I've seen clips of Globe Life Stadium where they have been playing Creed on the big screen, on the speakers, and you know what? No one is singing along. I watched 6 different videos. I could not hear one person singing along to the words of Creed. And it bothers me. Creed's taken me higher to a place with golden streets. Creed is something I accepted into my life with arms wide open. Are Rangers fans doing it when Rangers players are asking for it to happen? And now here I am, standing 6 feet from the edge, and I'm thinking maybe 6 feet ain't so far down, to the point where I'm wondering, so, say the Rangers win this series and not only beat the Astros, but take Creed away from me. Am I going to have to, I don't know, think about some bullets in my head? Oh, damn it, I can't even do it. It's like I want to sing in Creed voice, and I can't.
You just fired up the Rangers right there, just by that little snippet.
All right, well, I got a plan.
It's going to take a lot of discipline, Paul.
It will. This sucks.
It's going to be a huge sacrifice. Again, not just for you, but the entire city is going to have to boycott. I don't know how people are going to do it. It's going to be hard, guys, but it's what the Astros need.
It's awful. It's absolutely awful. Our sacrifice, my sacrifice. But I have a solution. Okay? They're going to use Creed. Oh, I'm Scott Stapp. Look at my halftime show. By the way, if Scott Stapp is the number one guest I want on this show, but not now.
Not for
anymore.
the next week.
Yeah, we're banning Scott Stapp from the Paul Gallant show.
Ban for the next week.
Yeah, honestly, we might ban him for not speaking out against this altogether.
Ooh.
I know. It's tough.
Silence anywhere is a threat to justice everywhere. Yeah.
We have to co-opt another band, a band that is also controversial. And I do feel a little bit, I don't feel great about this because they're Canadians. But this is the most successful band of all time, and many would argue that they walked so Creed could fly, only to be overtaken by them. Don't even try to act like the back. Nickelback doesn't have bangers like this one. Never made it as a wise man. I never made it as a poor man stealing. Tired of living like a blind man. Sort of sounds like Creed. I'm sick of sight without a sense of feeling. And this is how you remind me that I'm an Astros fan. This is how you remind me of what I really am. This is how you remind me of what I really am. It's not like you to say sorry.
Sorry.
This time I'm mistaken for letting you a heart worth breaking. I've been down, I've been out. Or maybe it's the other way around. I'm going to have to learn the lyrics. But we're going to do Nickelback, the official fan of Houston, because they're the more successful band than Creed. Creed, like the Rangers, trying to copy the back, arguably the most successful band of all time. Look up the numbers. A lot of people want to put them down, like a lot of people want to put the Astros down. Asterisk, they're Canadian. Asterisk, they cheated. Yeah, they cheated by having bangers. Look at this photograph. Bangers. The Astros are Nickelback. The Rangers are Creed. Creed has been embargoed on this show. So that's one route we could go. But, Sean, we also could go another route. Okay?
There's
another route.
I am open. Nothing against the back.
The back?
But I am willing to explore other options.
Okay, well, here's the other option.
Okay.
You haven't been that open
I'm
to this
willing
option.
to. Oh, wait.
You
what?
haven't been this open to that option.
Oh, no.
Mark Drew is one of Houston's up-and-coming, very niche topic, sports-themed Houston artists.
Astros-themed Houston artists.
Hey, listen. Go where the clicks are. We haven't even played two of his latest songs. He's had two more in the last couple of days. He tagged me in one of them because we're friends. We haven't spoken, but we're friends. And here's another one. Sean, you keep on trying to keep this man's career down. I'm the producer. I play the buttons. I have the power. You're like a flight attendant. Christ. Anyway, here's some more Mark Drew.
What you really expect? Living in the golden era, we don't settle for less. Every team is aiming for us and they want to contest. But doesn't happen every time you want to play against the best. When you say you want Houston, that means you want attention on you. Cause when we play you, that's the only time attention on you. Twitter mentions blowing up, this is a stimulus package. Wanna vote you for that promo, dog, my team is a savage. We gave the team a little shine, huh? But I'ma need the rest back. Got players stepping up so they get mentioned on my next track. They in the locker room like he don't never rhyme about me. Let me take a couple deep so he can drop some lines about me. Yo, yeah. So Bray, you don't think I never noticed. Put three up in the stands, you would dial in and focus. Definitely on your stripes. How's it feel to be in winter? Finally linked in with some dogs that got away from them pretenders. Now we do this every year, even when they think we wouldn't make it. If we were any other team, we probably shouldn't make it.
Yeah.
But it's our league, and y'all be chilling in and let them know who running all. We don't care who get offended. Now it's time to head to Dallas way. I thought the team was AAA. You mean to say this whole time that they were independent race? Well, come on down, but first I gotta ask Siri what's ALCS stand for.
Astros League Championship Series.
Oh! Astros League Championship Series. Sean, I know you're trying to keep this man's career from taking off.
I'm not.
Because you are the flight attendant of the Paul Gallant Show. A Spirit Airlines flight attendant.
Can I at least be Delta?
Well,
Can I be?
are we getting paid Delta bucks?
Oh, okay.
We're
Southwest.
Let's be honest.
I'll settle for Southwest.
So, you know what? Okay, fine. We'll escalate. Is it Southwest based in Dallas, though?
American Airlines is right.
American Airlines.
I could be wrong. I don't know. I don't know where airports are based.
No, we are a team United because United Airlines, Houston is the hub for United. People forget. Yeah, just like Mark Drew. Anyway, guys, Mark Drew or Nickelback, your choice. 713-780-3776.